Odinga and her elder brother, Oburu Odinga, are the two most prominent surviving members of the Kenya's most powerful political dynasty. And right now, they find themselves on opposite sides of the most dangerous internal battle of Orange Democratic Movement has ever faced. The question is no longer whether ODM is in crisis. The question is whether the Odinga family can hold it together. Kisumu Oman representative Ruth Odinga, who also served as ODM's organizing secretary, has been one of the most vocal critics of the direction the party has taken since Oburu assumed leadership following the death of their brother, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. In a February interview on KTN News, Ruth stated that Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna had not violated any of the party's value as envisioned by the late Raila Odinga, and revealed that she was among a smaller number of the National Executive Committee members who stood strongly opposing Sifuna's removal from his position as Secretary General. She also raised pointed question about why leaders who opposed the government were excluded from certain ODM events, while those who attended were booed by supporters, and cautioned Oburu that the government had yet to implement the MOU signed in 2025, warning that President William Ruto might not honor any new political pact being negotiated. Oburu Odinga, who rose to the position of ODM party leader following his brother's death, has been at the center of this tension. His leadership faces resistance from a rival faction comprising Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, Deputy Party Leader Godfrey Osotsi, and Siaya Governor James Orengo. His camp has been pursuing structured engagement with the ruling Kenya Kwanza government, a move that critics within the party have openly challenged. Oburu's call for unity have come at the moment when ODM faces its most greatest test as members trade accusation over the party's direction heading into the 2027 general election. The most dramatic flashpoint of these conflicts was the removal of Sifuna as ODM Secretary General. The decision was taken during a NEC meeting in Mombasa on Tuesday, February 11, 2026, with the party announcing that the Deputy Secretary General, Catherine Omanyo, would serve in an acting capacity until a substantive office holder is elected. Sifuna has been leading a rebel wing opposed to ODM UDA talks, deepening friction within the 20-years-old party. The move was swift and immediate, controversial, with several leaders rejecting it as a procedural flaw. Oburu's camp subsequently drew a sharp distinction between the two, referring Sifuna as a court SG and Omanyo as the party SG, underscoring how entrenched the division has become. Sifuna moved quickly to challenge his hoster through the court. The political parties dispute tribunal ruled that conservatory order remain in force, warning the party against enforcing the contested leadership change and noting that the allegation raised were weight enough to require thorough judicial consideration. The tribunal extended orders blocking Sifuna's removal to March 12, 2026, giving him a temporary legal shield as the dispute continued to play out. The broader ODM split has since crystallized into two identifiable camps. There is one called Linda Ground group allied with Oburu Odinga, which is open to political cooperation with the Kenya Kwanza, and the Linda Mwananchi group camp that is being led by Sifuna, which insists the party must remain firm in opposition. Ruth Public Defense, on Sifuna drew immediate backlash. Migori businessman Okech Sala, who described himself as Raila's adopted son, accused Ruth of disrespecting Oburu, saying that everything Oburu has done for ODM was done at the request of the departed leader, not out of personal ambition. Sala warned Ruth that if she allowed her elder brother to be undermined today, she would not be surprised to face the same treatment in the future. She also asserted that ODM does not belong to any single family and called for clarity on the matter. Ruth issued a firm rebutant. She asked how calling for one-term or two-term supporters to come together as a single voice could be interpreted as disrespect toward her elder brother. She retaliated her recognition of Oburu's position as party leader and emphasized the need for youth voice to be included in the decision making at all leadership levels. She added that those spreading the narrative of a family feud were, in her view, the real enemies of ODM. On Thursday, March 5th, 2026, ODM's Deputy Secretary General Catherine Omanyo issued a formal notice announcing that a special delegate convention would be held on Friday, March 27 in Nairobi County, commencing at 9 a.m. It was on that same day that Ruth Odinga paid a courtesy visit to Oburu's office, accompanied by Omanyo, where the discussion centered on strengthening unity and cohesion within the party and advancing the national goals that matters to all Kenyans.